So without further ado, I'm going to introduce Laura Shafer with Scattered Books.
Hi there. Hi, everyone. We're excited to be on the call today. This is one of our bookstore bunnies, Moo, being very safe and also co-hosting with me today. We wanted to share a bunch of our picks for yourself, for Mother's Day, for gifts for anyone, or just to feel good. So let's start with some brand new fiction. One of my super picks for this year is the new Sue Monk Kidd, The Book of Longings. She's also the author of The Secret Life of Bees. And this is just a beautiful and engaging historical piece, actually set in the 1st century, with a great main character and a really satisfying ending. So this is an excellent book for both men and women. The Authenticity Project is another one that I love. All different characters woven together with a very intriguing concept, also has broad appeal because the characters, young, old, male, female, from all different walks of life. A fun Mother's Day or book club read is Untamed, which is by the author of Love Warrior. It's a kind of a bold memoir, very inspiring, as she's an activist, a speaker, a mom, a big proponent of female empowerment. It just leaves you feeling very fearless at the end. Another great new fiction is by Ann Tyler, and it's called Redhead by the Side of the Road. And this one for Mother's Day, we're actually running a special where we are coupling it with a beautiful painting from the Artists Guild, and we wrap this all together for $75. Of course, you can choose different paintings and different books, but it's kind of a fun combination. And one of our picks, which I think is going to be a big Father's Day pick, is The Splendid and the Vile by Erik Larson, who's also the author of the very popular Devil in the White City. It's all set in 1940s and Churchill as he's giving his speeches, all during the super destructive London Blitz. It's just really interesting because it's his inspiring speeches, which are also making him an enemy and a Nazi target. So it's very exciting. And for a nonfiction book, it actually reads like a fiction espionage book. We have some fun signed books in the store. One is The Glass Hotel, which is by the author of Station 11, but this one is not dystopian. It's very interesting, interlocking narratives of a character, Vincent, who falls off a ship during a storm. Vincent is actually a woman, after reading a very disturbing anonymous message. And then also a con artist, Jonathan, who's not very good at his job. And it just jumps back and forth in time through the characters. It's very engaging and also has a little touch of magical realism between what's real and surreal. So we do have just a handful of signed first editions still left of that. And just to backtrack, I forgot to mention, we are getting in 12 signed copies of The Splendid and the Vile. So if you do want that one as a gift, a signed copy, let me know. And of course, we have signed copies of Gutsy Women, signed by Secretary Clinton, as well as the picture book, Grandma's Gardens, which is nice for spring. And that's actually double signed by both Hillary and Chelsea. In the nonfiction space, little bit of humor, The Daily Show, just out in paperback. Also The Plaza by one of our local authors, which is The Secret Life of the Famous Hotel. Again, a nonfiction book that reads very much like fiction. And also the super interesting memoir, Educated, which just has a broad appeal. I haven't met anyone who hasn't loved this. Other gifts that are nonfiction, but not a reading book. My super favorite, Baked from Scratch, has tons of different recipes, lots of pictures. It's easy to follow. And I just really love this series. So this is the latest one in that series. And we tie it up with a nice little kitchen accessory on top. And if you're vegetarian, I would recommend The Vegetable Butcher. Again, very easy to follow. It literally shows you how to chop the vegetables and how to make the dish amazing. Stuff that's more gifty. Everyone's favorite, You Can't Spell Truth Without Ruth. 150 Ruth Bader Ginsburg quotes. Very witty, fun. We just wrap this one up with a little pin, and it hits a nice lower price point if you just want to give a small gift to a teacher, a neighbor, or just to tell someone you're thinking of them. A little more serious is the Paulo Coelho Life Selected Quotations. Again, a great little book, very inspiring for all different types of people, and an excellent Just Like This gift. We do have some fun stuff, journals and fun pens, as well as all different styles of decomposition books. Don't you just want to write in this? And of course, puzzles. This is one of my favorites. It's a shaped puzzle, so it actually comes out in a shape, and it's only 750 pieces, so you can probably get through it without wanting to strangle a member of your family. We also offer these amazing candles from Cheerful Giver, and you can pair things up like so, or like so. And we deliver for free and wrap. We do have some journals and fun stuff for the kids, glitter journals, one of my personal favorites, Strong is the New Pretty, and all kinds of fun, sticky, and scented things. Moving on to teen and young adult, we have a couple recommendations in that space. One is amusingly 5 feet apart, so close. Then we have the mystery, One of Us is Lying. This has been wildly popular with teenagers. A little more serious is Tigers, Not Daughters. Although if you have a teen that's really into like angsty, intense books, they'll like this one. And also the new Marie Lu, The Kingdom of Back, which is more dystopian, but also very good. Moving a tiny bit younger, we have the young readers version of The Perfect Horse. This is actually the purebred horses that were seized by Hitler during World War II and how they attempted to be freed from his kidnapping. Really interesting, very different historical fiction, if that's something that your child is assigned in school. We have the fun graphic novel version of A Wrinkle in Time. Make sure you do not tell your kids this is a book you read as a child, because then they won't read it. But it's an excellent comic book style, and all the kids that have read this have loved it. And then you can enjoy telling them afterwards it was something you read as a child and see that look of horror on their face. The Gideon Trilogy is an excellent pick, especially if you liked Harry Potter or know someone who liked Harry Potter. Very analogous kind of magical style. And if you have a brainy one at home, you might like the nonfiction How Come, where you can learn all kinds of fun things, such as why is the sky blue and why do we have eyebrows? The dinner table conversation will never be the same after this. Going a little younger into middle grade, we have a fun graphic novel, The Cardboard Kingdom, little off the beaten path, but very fun, zany characters, good for a variety of ages and reading levels. The newest Dog Diaries from James Patterson, as well as my favorite new release, The One and Only Bob, which is, of course, a sequel to The One and Only Ivan. This just came out in hardcover. So from there, we're going to move down to the little kids area so I could show you that stuff. If anyone has any questions while I'm walking, feel free. Otherwise, you could just peruse around the store virtually. There's our candles. There's our contact information. Okay, and here we are in the back. And you can see the bunnies are here wanting to help. Okay, so as you can see, we have a whole variety of kids' items to offer. If you have 5 minutes, we have 5-minute stories for Pinkalicious and Pete the Cat. These are very popular for bedtime. And a really cute new picture book, The Cool Bean. Since spring is coming, we have a lot of books that are thematically for spring. The board book version of When Spring Comes, beautifully packaged with one of these handmade plush from Eifert Publishing. We also have Curious George, curious about spring, Little Blue Truck Springtime, which is a great new release, and the Trees Began to Move, which is a very thoughtful picture book, also in line with that theme. Puzzles for kids, draw and create kits for kids. And then over here, you can see behind me, we have a lot of plush and picture book combinations, a whole unicorn shelf here, which is an awesome little gift, unicorn and a plush together, as well as up here, we have the parade of elephants, as well as our parade of elephants. I'm a little obsessed with elephant baskets this year. Moving over here, we have our picture books for younger audiences. And if you'd like to order a super amazing baby basket for a boy, we have those. Or for a girl, we have those. See the elephant in there? There's lots of other things that we do have and we can package up together. Any kind of gift basket for any age. We offer free delivery and shipping. So I would encourage anyone to contact us on our website and we will create whatever you'd like. If anyone has any questions on any books, on any sets, feel free to jump in. Here's some of our gifts. This is super cool. I don't even know who's controlling this, but I like it. No, that's all I have. So if anyone has any questions for me or Acorn, you can feel free to shoot. Otherwise, send us an email.
Hey, Laura, how about some, do you have any great graduation gifts?
We do have a lot of cute graduation gifts. We have some inspirational books, some books of quotations, and we're actually getting in a puzzle that is perfect for graduation. It has all kinds of pin banners with all kinds of inspirational sayings on it. And it's a nice square puzzle. I wish it was in for today's call, but that I will post pictures of that. And that would be an excellent graduation gift. And we have lots of other stuff for Father's Day also. It's just kind of on its way. We have this really cute one for Mother's Day though. It's so cute, right? I actually don't know anything about otters, but apparently they're very popular right now.
I kind of need that book, Laura.
Yeah, I know. Doesn't it just make you feel like a good mom just looking at the cover?
I love sea otters. They're just the cutest animals. So I will call you after this or email you.
Excellent. It's basically a book of animals hugging, and it's kind of the cutest thing ever. So I'm glad my mom is not on this call, so now I can get it for her.
Does anyone have any questions for Laura? She has so many wonderful items, whether they're books, journals, activities for your kids. I have to say, like during this time, I've been spending a lot of time reading and writing. And it's nice because I certainly wasn't able to finish books when I was, running around and running errands. And now we have this time at home. It's nice to finally finish a novel. And I'm really excited about Educated. I have that on my list for what's next for me. I've heard so many good things about that book.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I think the reading and the journaling and the puzzling, it's very therapeutic. It's very comforting. The act of just holding a book and reading it to yourself, to a child is makes you feel a little more grounded in some way.
And so if anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask Laura now, or you can reach out to her through email or phone number. Thanks, Lyle.
I'm not sure how I finished sooner this time. Was I talking extremely fast?
Hey, Laura, I have a quick question. Can
Okay.
I go?
Feel free.
So I was wondering if I wanted to buy some, it's a gift for somebody I know. So do I schedule with you to do a kind of a virtual walkthrough, or how is that going to work?
You can either call us or send us an email, and then I can either take pictures of everything, or we can schedule a FaceTime call, and I can have a lot of recommendations ready depending on your needs and just show them all to you, and you can kind of pick and choose. And if it is a basket or a set, I do put it all together, with all the fluff and ribbons, and send over a photo before it's picked up or sent.
Thank you. That sounds awesome.
So I'm good.
All right. Thank you so much, Laura. If there's any, please feel free to reach out to Laura. She has a wonderful website and is super helpful. And I have to say that every merchant who's been on these Zoom Around Town calls, it's so nice to just be able to step inside these stores and see what they've got, because they've been getting a lot of deliveries and a lot of stock and great products. And I know a lot of people who've been signing on have never even physically stepped into these stores. So it's really comforting to me just to know that people are checking all of our wonderful merchants out nowadays. So with that, again, please reach out to Laura. She has great products. And thank you so much for joining us for Zoom Around Town. We have our last session tomorrow with Pets A Go Go, you know, items and toys for your new dog. I've heard there's a huge surge in dog adoptions recently. And with that, thank you, Lyle, for helping us host this call. And thank you so much, Laura. It's always so much fun just looking at what you've got in store.
Thank you so much, Lauren, and you guys for putting this all together and being so supportive and dealing with all the technology.